here on BTM TV. My name is Idrissa Mwonge, and like I promised that when I come back, I'll come back with a guest. I'm back with a very popular face. He's a former, chairman of Uganda National Examinations Board. He's a former commissioner in the Ministry of Education. He's also a former RDC. Mr. Fagil Mande is joining me this morning on the Daybreak. Good to have you, sir.
Thank you very much.
How have you been?
I've been fine. I am getting on better and better and better. I'm looking forward to beginning a new year with vigor and strength.
I don't know why, but when I posted that I'm going to be hosting you,
yes,
I got more than 10 people asking me, is this man still around? Where has he been? I was so surprised. I was like, come on, Mr. Fagil has been here.
No,
why are they wondering?
No, because I've been quiet, definitely, but I've been on some televisions and radio stations. But since 2019, during COVID, after that, there were not so many programs. Public, for example, I didn't do a lot of television programs. I didn't even do the program which we are going to discuss later on in our program because of the change of the times and the environment. But otherwise, I've been there. And I've been mainly concentrating on the writing of the books. The writing of the books, and then occasionally visits to particular places, schools, not so much, but doing some training. So it's been rather quiet, deliberately, because of the environment that was. As you remember, most of the things got silenced. Me, I refused to be silent. Right? I kept, because during that time, 2019, and now I think I've done about 7 television programs. Okay. I've done on UBC, I've done on Star TV, I've done on, now on the BTM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe these people need to know what exactly Mr. Fagil is engaged in now. They are used to that man who was actively involved,
in the Ministry of Education. Yes, yeah.
Now, maybe they would like to know, what are you doing now? What are you engaged in? Where do you spend your time?
Right, very good. Thank you very much. And by the way, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning, our boys and girls. This, what we are going to discuss, is a very useful program. What we are going to discuss matters for you and matters for the parents also, all right? Well, as just to remind you, people, you might remember that I retired from the Ministry of Education in 2000, all right? And since that time, I've been running my education consultancy, firm, which is called Fagil Mande Education Consultancy. And I've been doing my work through this consultancy because I decided that if I was going to retire from education, by that time I was Commissioner for Inspectorate in the Ministry of Education, all right, I needed to continue with human development, training human beings, men and women, by company workers, community people, girls and boys. And so that's one of the programs I've been running with the FEMCON. My office is in Chevando Central, although I started on George Street, but in Chevando Central, I have a home where I have an office and I run my business there. So I've been actually visiting schools on invitation by the owners to go and check and advise them on where to improve and how to even to overcome some of the problems which they are facing running a school. I've done training programs for teachers, for individual schools. I've done training programs preparing for examinations for particular classes, for classes which have invited me, senior 4s and senior 6s and P7s. Right? I have also been doing a lot of programs on other trainings. For example, I trained not long ago, I trained the Kampala City Authority health team. I trained the teachers for two days, and I was training them on how to prepare for retirement. You get me? Yeah. So I've been actively going on in those silent programs, and I've been doing also writing. I've concentrated because since I retired from the Ministry of Education, all right, I have actually been doing a lot of programs training the young people. That's when, for example, I introduced that program, which people are watching, 2001. So I've been writing books. I've been moving to schools. I've also been running my other businesses. I have 2 hotels in Chegegwa and Mubende. I have also houses for rental. So I've not been idle and disorderly. That's very, very, very important.
What are we seeing there?
What we are seeing now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, I am there. That is a program which I introduced in Uganda in 2001. It is aiming at training and transforming the young people. That is all boys and girls who have finished P7, secondary school, they are in secondary school, some are at the university and tertiary institutions. I started that program and for the purpose of developing our young people. And this is what we are going to discuss. How do we develop our young people? And why did I think of starting a program to develop this? Because we don't have many programs that are developing our young people to be men, to be women of use, and men and women of success. You get me? That program, I started in 2001, and we've been doing it at Kitante Primary School. And we are also going to see it again next year. I mean, this year, 2024.
Those are grown-up people.
Yes, yeah, these are parents now. Those are parents. This was the graduation day. This was the day when the course was ending. That course takes 18 days. And on the last day, we bring in the parents to see what their children have been doing, boys and girls. And we also bring the parents only once during the training. We bring them on a Saturday afternoon, and we bring the students and the parents together. And I lead a discussion aimed at improving the relationship, the parents and their children, and also to address certain problems which we face at home. All right?
How easy or hard is it to ask such a grown-up man or woman, I can see there?
No, you say that shows you, that Mr. Morgan, that shows you, ladies and gentlemen, that even the parents, they can do physical exercise. They can do, we can train them. You get me? You can see they are enjoying it. I did not tell them that I'm going to do some physicals with them, and I do them so that they are not, you know, they don't find it a problem, just warming them up and getting them to test. Because while we are training the students, by the way, that training takes 18 days. 18 days of working, and it involves various activities like that one. That's height and balancing. You know, we have a lot of fear in our lives. All right, yeah.
That our children, anywhere they are, they're involved in that. Those are the kinds of games they play. I've seen those ones who are even rolling there. These are the kinds of games children play. It doesn't matter where they are. Is it really necessary for Mr. Fagil to bring them together?
Yes.
You know, in an organized place like this one, to do it from there.
No.
Even when they can do it on their own.
No.
You don't have to ask children to play.
Yeah.
Even when you're moving around in your area, you can see children playing all sorts of these games.
Yeah, but I want us to be very, very careful. Because for me as an educationist, and I'm talking from 1971 when I started dealing with the education matters as a teacher trainer, as a headmaster, as a commissioner in the Ministry of Education, as chairman of UNEB for quite some time, for a time. These games have died out of society. How many times do you find, for example, children doing that? It is hardly there. That's why I put it here, because that would be the natural activities which children everywhere would be involved in. Yes. Which school? There is no school in Uganda which offers those activities. And you know, I know what I'm talking about. There is no school which is doing that thing. You get me? These are selected activities which have died out of the lives of our children. Remember, I want you to remember that, for example, from nursery, even children are carried in school vans. They cannot find their way to the school alone. They cannot walk. They can, but the parents have made them to use vans even when they are less than a kilometer away from the school. So these activities, it is not true. Those activities are not taking place in the lives of our children. In short, we are saying our children are not being built up to handle the changes that have taken place. They are not built up in their bodies. They are not built up in their minds. They are not built up in their emotions. They are not built up in working together. Right, that? There is no organized. I remember myself, I did gogoro, for example, rolling down. I used to do gogoro on the hill of Cheba and Osoba from Mawanda Road. But those games are not there. Even the clubs are no longer in schools. Are you getting me? Athletics is not being done in schools. You get me? And the homes are not doing those also.
I can see the mother there is scared.
She's watching her daughter now. She can't believe that the daughter can do that. Are you getting me? That girl. Do you know that sometimes I get students there who cannot move on their own from Bugolobi to Kitante Primary School? Because they have never boarded a taxi on their own. They have never walked at the top.
Is the rope tied up there?
Yes, the rope. We take care of the rope.
Okay.
That particular boy attended this course 3 times. You know, we allow them. If they want to return, they come. And each time they gain more and more experiences. But this is one of the activities. And generally, you are looking at the external activities. Short of some of them, because sometimes I make them move around the whole school to see the environment. What is the meaning of the environment? I make them walk to Kisementi. I make them walk to the market in Kamocha. I make them walk and visit the Uganda Museum to learn. That boy attended the course 4 times, and eventually, at first he could hardly speak, that boy. But now he came back, and he ended up doing a pharmacy as a training program when he finished university. That young man there, all right? So the whole program explodes the talents, opens up the abilities, as you can see. That's the ability to balance, the ability not to fear heights. Are you getting me? How many parents have got programs, for example, at home, where fearing heights can be, because every human being, we need to get rid of heights. As the saying goes, that your success or your attitude will tell your success. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
How far you look. You see that?
Besides keeping them fit, you know, what other objectives do we have in this?
No, we do, apart from being fit, and that's the most important, one of the most important. We discuss during this training various issues which are problems. For example, in the inside, this is outside, inside the room 1, we don't lecture. We make them talk and share. We make them work in groups. Are you getting me? And we're socializing, because one of the objectives is socialization and interpersonal relationship and group work, which is missing in a lot of things. And actually, even the National Curriculum Development Center, in the new curriculum, they're emphasizing that group discussion, teamwork, discovery, research, and presentations. I was
about to take you there, by the way.
Yes. Okay.
So curriculum.
Yes.
What do you think about this new curriculum?
The new curriculum, I am sure it is one of the best we have ever introduced.
Really?
It's a different, one of the best, because most of the teaching in the schools, from the time when I was going at school, and I'm talking of about 60 before, when I went to primary school, okay? Then we used to do a bit of practical work. I remember I was in Jinja Karoli Primary School, and we used to go to the valley down, okay, and get papyrus, okay? And we would go to the school and make papyrus carpets. And we would make even trays using out of wood, you get me? Now, this one, what is happening, the new curriculum, is trying to get the learner to participate practically. Because learning is better when people do or relate what they are learning to life. You get me? Number 2, this new curriculum is aimed at teaching or getting the learners to learn from the real world. The real world. Touch, see, look at the community, look at people, what they are doing. Are you getting me? Then the other one is, this new curriculum is aimed at getting actually the permanent feeling that I am a learner and I continue learning all the time, and therefore I'm researching all the time. The new curriculum is aimed at planting those, in the learner. Are you getting me? The new curriculum is trying to move away from the teacher dominating the lesson. Are you getting me? That's me now there, overseeing that girl. She was a very great success, that young lady there.
I also heard that this new curriculum is trained. It's one of its intentions is to train job creators.
Yeah.
Train students so that they can be able to create their own jobs.
Absolutely.
Employment, other than searching for jobs which are not even easy to get.
Yes.
So is that really true?
You know, it is aimed at that. All right, but whether it is succeeding or not is another question which we may not be able to. But the aim was
it's
one.
Too early to judge it now.
Yeah,
because
the whole curriculum was aimed at getting a learner who has many skills, by going through the path of try it, do it. There's a saying, not saying that when I see, I forget. When I hear, I remember. When I do, I learn. So the new curriculum is about doing, okay, to use the hands, to use the brain, to use the emotions, to use the body, every part of the body. And that's what makes a worker or a creator of a job. And that's what most of the young people now are missing. They don't have those skills. They have not developed their body properly. They have not even developed their senses properly. They have not developed their ability to work together. They have not developed their ability to plan. You get me? Yes. So the new curriculum. And this is why, for me, I said my contribution to society would be not only to talk about it, but you start a training program like that, and we've been running that program for the last more than 20 years.
Good.
You know?
I want to ask you something, Mr. Fagil, about national examinations. You've ever, been UNEP chairman.
Yes.
You've been a teacher. But there is this vice that has persisted in Uganda's education, and that is the vice of examination malpractice. Year in, year out, there is this vice detected. This year, there is a head of a school, not one, but right, two, who were arrested, some school directors. This vice of examination malpractice, where do you think, with your experience, where do you think it starts from? Who causes it? Who should be blamed? At the end of the day, we've realized that actually the victim becomes the student, because when UNEP moves to, to retain the results, it's the child and the parent who get affected. But should they be the ones to entirely take the blame? Generally talk about the vice. Where does it start from?
Well, the examination malpractices or cheating in examinations will remain there. If we continue regarding passing examinations as the only measure one of a good school. Just passing examinations, I think you've heard whenever examinations are released, all the newspapers are full of the examination results, which student has done better, which class has done better, and so on and so forth. We have, and this is a big mistake, I must really advise. We are making a big mistake. Good education does not mean only passing examinations. Good education should be able to develop the mind so that the mind gets to work out and understand the problems and solve problems, and also gets to learn new things all the time until we die. Are you getting me? The good education is supposed to develop our emotions, which make us do what we are supposed to do with love and care. Muganda says, where your emotions are, you will be pushed into doing evil or doing wonderful things depending on your emotions. Good education trains every part of our body. But now, the only thing we test in most of these schools, everybody knows outside there, it is passing exams. You say somebody is educated. Because he passed an exam.
By looking at their documents.
Are you getting me? By looking at the document.
And you're like, this person is intelligent.
Absolutely. But you have,
a measure of intelligence.
Absolutely. But you have seen it. I'm sure you have gone through it here. Even when you get a graduate who has qualified in mass communication, you get him here to test him. He doesn't, he developed even the voice. He hasn't developed the body language. He has not developed planning and arranging his points. He has not developed understanding properly. He has not learnt about life, because life is about life and understanding it and standing up and standing and getting on. So because
this cheating is going to
go on,
we can't fight it off, and why?
No, it can be. We cannot fight. I mean, we can fight it definitely. One, we can fight it by us agreeing that these examinations which come every day, I mean only at the end of the course, the major judgment of whether somebody has passed or not. We've got to look at passed what? Has somebody passed in speaking? Has somebody passed in drawing and designing? Has somebody passed in planning? Has somebody passed in teamwork? Has somebody passed in curiosity and research?
But those are not provided for in our curriculum.
No. In the new curriculum, they are provided for. In the new curriculum, they are provided for. But as you said rightly, that the system is still growing. Are you getting me? And the examination system has not yet changed really seriously. Because every time I think when exams are released, there is always a report that the practicals, the sciences are being done poorly because there are no practicals to do with science. So most of our teaching lacks practical. Are you getting me? So the people are cheating exams because that's the only thing that shows a good school. But is it true that a school which gets students to pass with A's and all this is a good school? I know now majority of schools don't have co-curricular activities in schools. Majority of schools do not have clubs for the students. Majority of schools do not even do PE.
About the co-curricular activities, maybe because they lack the space.
No.
Especially these urban schools, they lack the space.
No, they do. But you know you can do co-curricular activity even here. I can teach co-curricular activity in this studio here. Are you getting me? Can't I teach debate here in this space? Can't I teach here, for example, teamwork? Can't I teach here actually stretching, even doing exercise in this space here? It is because the whole concentration is not there. Is that why they don't even teach PE? You've seen most of the schools make the parents buy school uniforms, but there's no PE being taught in the schools.
At least it was introduced in the new curriculum. It's compulsory. So 1 to senior 1, senior 2.
Yes,
it is compulsory there.
Yes,
yeah,
but it is not supervised. Nobody have you had a headmaster being punished for not teaching PE, physical education? It is just going on. They are not teaching.
Do we even have enough trainers in the country?
We should have enough trainers. We cannot have enough trainers until we have identified the areas which need change, until we have identified what is the problem with the facilitators or the teachers, so that we re-equip them. Are you getting? Remember that even the teachers now are used to only exams. That's why the homework, even in nursery school, has been taken over. They get homework, they get tests, they get weekend work. Early childhood education is not meant to do that. It's another thing. Are you getting me? So really it is because we have not rethought our education and we are not supervising it enough. All right? And also we think that the education we are talking about takes place only in the school.
That's
no.
Let's take a break, Mr. Fagil. When we come back, we are coming back with one of your trainees. Yes, don't go away a day break. We'll be back shortly.
Boxing Day, inga biri mugeza December agenda kuwoma. Tugenda kunyomozi. Shiba Kalungi, Cindy, Shooting Babazi, Honorable Jaffa Lutaya, Hassan Nduga, New York, Smiley Family, Kaziwe Kapo, Sam Mathias Walukaga, Nadia Titi, Hajaruna Mubiro, Lucky One, Mbazira Tune Webinyanyanya, MC Mariachi, Nawala Banje, MC ya Dr. Kwefo, Okwero Lebisolo, Kwinga Shinsa Mtwalo Kumo, VIP, Mtwale Ebiri, Wabura Kurusoko Mwaka, Juliana Kanyomozi na Shiba Kalungi, Bakubera Kunikani Resort, Erweza, Ngabi Kutusibwako, Bantu African Travel, Bugwe, Rio Estates, Sibyangu Standard Hotel, Hirani Restaurant, Vine Color Printing Solutions, Ratabi Products, Nibi Kutegekedwa, M Management.
Don't miss on BTM.
Amawulire y'entabiro y'okumanya. Era buli lwe tusitula kamera zaffe mu bwengula. Kino kye tutegeeza. Community Report.
N'engizimba n'etuuka mu madirisa ne bajja ne bagimenya.
Eggulire erisunsuddwa abakugu okukutuusaako ebifa ku mbeera z'abantu.
Uganda tuli ku ki? Tuli bana Uganda ffe.
Community Report. Tujjira ddala ku mulyango gwo.
Lwanagana n'abagagga mu mbeera yonna. Amawulire g'ebyenfuna okuviira ddala ku muntu wa wansi.
Sulanga otegedde bibeera gy'otabeera.
Bogerako abakubye bbomu baffe wano.
Weebakire mu kumanya buli lunaku essaawa emu ey'akawungeezi ne ttiimu Kabiriiti. Community Report, entabiro y'okumanya.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're excited to bring you a brand new show titled Jazz with Cyrus. Have you desired to listen to saxophone music, flute music, harp music, trumpet music, the keyboards? There'll be lots of guests, there'll be lots of music and fun and inspirational talk. Join us every Friday, 6 p.m. with Miss Cyrus.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform.
Are you looking for a one-stop center to host your conference or meeting, wedding parties, workshops or seminars? Tobani Conference Center has the perfect modern space for your event. We have spacious outdoor and indoor space to accommodate over 1,000 and below 150 people, offering free lighting, LED screens, free sound system, free chairs, free Wi-Fi, and secure basement parking space. Drop by at Cafe at 2 and we will be at your service with our finest coffee, espresso, cappuccino, and cafe latte. Enjoy incredibly delicious meals, grab a milkshake or a cocktail juice. Only at Cafe at 2. And that's not all. We have the latest video games for the game lovers. We are located in the city center at the Tobani Center Building Level 2 along Ginger Road opposite DFCU Bank. For more information and bookings, call 0772 30 7875 or 0750 647486. Tobani Conference Center, the place to be.
BTM TV, my name is Idrissa Mwonge, and you're watching the Daybreak, still here with Mr. Fagil Mande. We have been joined by a new guest. He's going to introduce to me who this guest is.
Right, thank you very much.
This young man we are having here.
Yes, please. Thank you very much. This young man here is called Nasa Sendaula. Nasa Sendaula, you say your name to the audience.
My name is Nasa Sendaula.
Good.
And I am 17 years old.
17 years old, yes.
Yes, I've attended the FEMCON course which we are talking about here.
You attended it. What age were you when you attended that course?
I was 4 years old.
4 years old.
Yeah,
what class were you in?
I was in baby class.
Yes.
And after I attended it, they actually made me jump and I went actually to top class.
And how long did you study? Do you remember it was not the full 18 days? For you, we brought you in as a special case, okay, to see whether a young person like you can learn from that course with the bigger boys and bigger girls.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. I actually studied it for about 3 weeks. Because I usually came for 3 weeks, then I went back home. So that
but you have attended it how many times?
I've attended it for around 7 years.
7 years?
Yes.
So he's one of the pioneers.
He's one of the pioneers of the program, and he's one of the case studies we've been using. For us, we are teaching things in that training program according to what we have learned. Are you getting me? And just like we are now going to discuss about home. Now tell me, Nasa, how long have we been living together? Tell them.
We have been living together for about 16 years.
16 years.
16 years, because actually I started living with you when I was still young.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. When he was still young, by that time I think you were about what? 5 or what?
I was about to. That was about no.
3.
I was about 3.
3. Yeah.
3, yes.
So Nasa has been living with me. Okay. I take the place of his dad. Are you getting me? And we've been living together and working together. And that's the point we are trying to make. We are trying to make the point of what can a learner, a young person, learn from home, okay? And how can he relate with the parents and so on, okay? Now, so Nasa.
Tell us about your experience.
No, just before he tells the experience, where is your dad? When did you last see your dad? And parents, watch out. Yes.
Last saw my dad when I was 5 years old.
5 years old. Yes. Are you getting me? He has not seen his dad face to face. Is your dad dead?
No.
I don't. He's alive? You don't know. You get, parents take note. He doesn't know whether his father lives or not, but he has not seen him since he was about 5 years old. Are you getting me? Yes. So, have you ever shaken the hand of your dad?
As I have told you that I stopped seeing him when I was 5 years.
Yes.
So I think no, actually no.
Okay, fine. Yes. You don't even remember him lifting you and throwing you in the air.
No.
Like that. Okay, fine. All right, very good. Now let's jump quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Nasa has been living with me, and I've been handling Nasa as my son. You get me? I have moved with him, and we want to see what he has learnt and how he has learnt them. What have you learnt? Very briefly, major things which you have learnt by coming and we live together. What things have you learnt which you think are important in your life? Just count for our people.
I have learned time management, how to keep time.
Yes.
I've learned coordinating with people. I have learned how to train people, like
train people.
Yes, training people in various things. Like for example, I make candles, I make paper bags. So I've learned.
So repeat those. You have learned how to make candles.
Yes, I make candles. I make paper bags.
Yes.
I make liquid soap.
Liquid soap.
Yes.
And do you sell them also? You just make them?
I make them and sell them.
So you've learned also to.
I learned he brought someone. He brought his friend and taught me. He paid there some money. So they made me learn the things, and I started working.
So as a parent, I hired somebody with those skills and brought him to teach him and another girl and another little girl. Are you getting me? Hiring special to develop, because I wanted him to do something practical, which he can't. What else have you learned?
I've learned public speaking.
Public speaking, where have you spoken?
Like for example, I went.
Even right now you're speaking. Yeah. I like his confidence.
Exactly.
So national TV speaking.
Yeah, exactly.
That explains for itself.
Yeah.
So I've learned public speaking. Like for example, I taught the soldiers in that was. Sorry, I've forgotten the barracks, but that was.
But you have trained. You have spoken to soldiers about what number? About 2,000. All right.
You stood in front of them when you spoke.
Yes. And what were you speaking about? It's me who was moving with him. I've been carrying him along whenever I'm invited to do inspirational talks. And I do them sometimes to the army people, to the police, to the normal parents, and other members of the. So I carry him. I carry him deliberately, ladies and gentlemen, as a father, to equip my son with the ability which I have got. And I want to repeat this, that as a mother, as a father, the best you can do for your child is to teach them whatever you know, and then open them up to learn also other things. So what were you talking about when I was moving with you?
So I was talking about parenting. So it was parenting, how to connect with their children and the others and other people, how to teach them in the environment, at home. You understand?
Okay, fine. So what else have you learned?
So I've also learned how to moving, knowing districts, areas.
Traveling. Which places have you traveled to?
For example, I went to.
You went to where?
I went to Kabale. I went to Soroti. I went to Gulu.
Yes.
I went to Hoima, Masaka. So those
Kapchorwa.
Every region now.
Kapchorwa. Are you getting me? And Bundibujo? Okay,
areas.
fine. And how were you moving? Did I pay money for transport or what?
I moved with you.
He moved with me because I had some work to do there, and I was using my own car. Okay, but even if I wasn't using my car, the whole idea was to make this young man here be a Uganda citizen by knowing other parts of Uganda. Yes. Please move with your daughter, with your son, and show him or her places. Are you getting me? Because this is their country, this is their motherland, and this is where they get their life. What else have you learned very quickly?
I've learned performing. Performing like I performed at your book launch.
Yes.
He selected me to perform a physical exercise round, so I performed there. So I've learned performing. I even taught the kids which I selected.
Were the ones who you did the exercises with. Okay.
So I've learned performing, acting, singing, writing. Right now I'm still learning how to write. I'm still learning writing, but of course I'm perfecting writing and others.
What are you learning right now as we are talking, even when we left home?
Right now, as we are talking, I'm learning how to manage money, how to organize money, how to balance, how to follow up things, and also I'm learning hair cutting, hairstyling.
He has learned saloon. He can now do any hairstyle.
So he's multi-skilled now.
Okay, multi-skilled. Are you getting me? That's solid. He has learned saloon work or hair cutting. You have learned also how to make chapati and Rolex.
Yes.
Okay, where did you learn it from?
I learned it from my uncle's place.
Yes. Yeah, I've got a nephew of mine who has got a little kiosk, and he sells that, and I got him to sit there with his little brother. So both of them know how to make those chapatis. Are you getting me? All right. What are you handling right now, in brief, as we finish?
Right now I'm handling his program. I'm the manager. Managing the money,
he is the desk person
at such a young age.
Yes.
The publicity.
That's inspirational.
Yes, exactly.
Managing his programs, like the meetings.
When I do now, because he is the one who records my programs. He recorded this program here that we have this program at this time, and he decided when we should leave home. When did we leave home to come for this program?
That was
6 o'clock from Chebando. Are you getting me? All right, we live in Chebando. All right, she is the manager now who I've put on the desk. I'm working with other people to organize that program we have talked about, which will come on the 2nd of January and end on the 21st of January at Kitante Primary School. He is the desk person now. He is the one registering the applicants. He is the one actually who receives the money on my phone and records it and banks it. Are you getting me? He is the one who makes sure that we are moving online. I am deliberately training him to do that. So he's learning a lot. His speed on typing on the computer has increased. Even his attention span has increased. Even his ability of what is going right, what is going wrong is. All right?
Yes.
Which class are you in now?
Yeah?
Actually, right now I'm in a vocational school. I'm studying electrical engineering. So I have...
say it again.
I'm in a vocational school.
Yeah.
I'm studying electrical engineering.
Yeah.
And I'm right now working on certificate 2.
Okay.
For us, we are graded in certificates up to the diploma degrees. So I'm in certificate 2. So that's where I am right now.
Did you decide which level did you stop at?
I stopped in primary 7.
Primary 7. And I deliberately, they didn't pay school fees for him for senior 1. I deliberately sent him to a vocational school. Which school was that?
That was Connect Africa.
Connect Africa. You get me? Where he started.
What were your intentions?
No, the intention was, as we started saying from the other training program, that we people, ladies and gentlemen, men and women out there, you young men and women, in life you must know to do something which you produce. In life you must know how to do a service for which you can be paid. If you don't know those two, you will not survive in life. Are you getting me? So let's emphasize this idea. What has my son learned to do, to produce? He told you he can produce candles now. He can produce paper bags. He can do service of hair cutting. He can do painting. He can do plaster, this one here. He can do some electrical work or in a home and so on and so forth. He can go and do shopping and marketing. Are you getting me? These are skills which we must teach our children. And for me now, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we need all of us parents to make sure that even before the child learns the chemistry and what, let them learn the basic way of work. Because the school system doesn't teach us how to work. The school system doesn't teach us how to create. No, the school system doesn't teach us how to understand how life is led in Uganda. Are you getting me? So really, that's what he did, and that's what he
so
has
you opted
been.
for a vocational school.
Huh?
Yes. You opted for a vocational school. Take him there, other than this other, you know.
Which one?
Setting.
No.
I mean, he didn't join secondary school.
No, he didn't join, and I did that deliberately, and it was not by accident, because I did it also to 5 of my brothers, 3 of my brothers, and I did it to 7 of my nephews and nieces. They all either in the building industry or the mechanical industry or the engineering section. You get me? Vocational. They went, some of them went up to senior 6, some of them have got degrees, you know. My own children have got degrees, but they have got the vocational side on it. You get me? All right? So that's what I wanted to emphasize. And NASA, finally, what did you learn from FEMCON, that course when you attended, even now?
If we could have those pictures again, Mr. Producer.
Yes.
Actually,
those pictures.
What I learned from FEMCON, I learned how to be confident. Learning how to be confident.
Yes.
Learning how to group work with people.
Yes.
Make group work. Learning how to demonstrate and explain to people so that they can understand.
Yes.
And I also learned how to, of course, I learned how to manage money from there. Learning how to manage money, because they teach us about business and how to manage your money. Because most of the people, they don't know how to manage money.
Even to make the money. Yes.
So I learned how to, I also learned, because we are taught our countries, I learned how to learn my country, to love my country. Because you find most of the children in our country, Musanga, he likes, when I grow up, I want to work in Canada. When I grow up, I want to go in America.
That's Fagil, Mande education.
The consultancy.
So I learned how to love my country, and also I learned how to. I learned how to.
Is that you?
Respect people.
Yes, that's me.
In your 70s?
A few years ago, right? Because now I'm 75, and my whole hair is white. I'm going to leave it to be white because I decided that I will never dye my hair. I love myself the way I am. Neat and clear.
So you,
Nasa, from what you learned from Kitante, did you learn anything about how to deal with your mother, how to deal with your father? Tell us.
Yes. About my mother, so I learned that first of all I have to respect her.
Yes.
Because if it wasn't her, I wouldn't have.
You would not be here.
Yes.
Okay.
So I learned how to respect my parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're a good kid.
On the other side of the father, I also respect him.
Yeah.
So that, because even if it wasn't him, I wouldn't have been here.
Yes.
So I respected him. I knew that I was born. Because waliwo akagera akagamba nti eyinza okubeera ensobi for you to be born in a poor family.
Yes. But you should learn.
I mean, I'm sorry. For you to be born in a poor family.
Yeah.
So,
so you're saying that you have the power to decide your destiny.
Yes.
And I agree with
and
you.
then
So
Nasa, for me, I remember now as your friend you have been growing up with. Yes. When you attended that course, you started not feeling very sad because you don't see your dad.
Yes.
How did it work?
That's
true. Because up to now, do you feel sad because you have not seen your dad for more than...
You don't miss your daddy?
No.
Why don't you miss him?
It's not like I don't love him, but because whatever he would have taught me, I know it.
Yeah.
I'm learning, I'm growing. It's not that I can't grow without him. I'm growing. And now I know that I'm growing forward, not backward.
Yeah.
So I can't be, what happened has happened. So I can't make it go back.
All right.
I have to go forward.
Good.
So,
Nasa, tell people about your face. When did your face become like that? How do you like it? No, frankly, how did you do it?
That's because I love myself.
Yes.
I love what I do.
Yes.
I love every person I get in touch with. So I love myself.
And who taught you that?
You taught me that.
How did I teach you that?
First of all, you taught me because in my young ages, I was shabby somehow. I didn't want to comb my hair. They used to force me comb, but now I love my hair. So you
used to look in a certain way. Look for us now. When you are young, with uncombed hair, just do the face.
When I was young,
yes.
I can't even remember that face.
Most of the time, Nasa would come and looking like he's crying all the time. Are you getting me?
But he didn't have to smile.
No, he didn't.
He worked on his facial expression. That's what you're talking about.
Exactly. He worked on the facial expression.
Now I get you, Mr.
Because he built self-confidence.
I get you. Yeah. I get you. At first, I didn't understand. I thought maybe you talk about the skin or what.
Yeah.
But you talk about a facial expression.
Absolutely.
To learn how to smile when it's necessary.
Yes. Even to look after your body. To love it. And these are things we've got to teach our children to do. Love your body, respect it, don't misuse it.
That's very important.
Equip yourself with the skills, equip your son and daughter with the necessary skills.
Very important.
Teach them about certain things which are dangerous.
Kids out there,
yeah.
Do not misuse your body.
Absolutely. Don't misuse your body.
Yes.
All right? Okay?
Don't overwhelm it. Yeah. Your body at this stage, it is too weak.
Yes.
To uphold those things that your friends are asking you to engage in.
Yes.
Don't overwhelm your body, please.
Okay.
Yes.
And Nasa, how, very quickly, how do you think other young people misuse their bodies? Very quickly.
Actually, those people, they misuse their bodies by decorating themselves, thinking that if you become more attractive,
more artificial,
they artificial themselves.
Yes.
Make them like, as you see, girls make the artificial nails, doing what? So they think making yourself artificial, you
look much better.
You be loved by many. You be, because you understand.
Mr. Fagil, besides him, do you have girl children with you as well?
Yes, there was a girl who could not come and join us in this program.
Is it not going to be hard for you to convince those girls not to do that?
No, they learn it from this
You're asking
program.
them not to apply makeup?
Yes.
You're asking them not to...
Are you getting me? For example, when
artificial fingernails?
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be hard for you.
Yeah. Then. What topic do I do, Nasa? Because I carry him quite often when I make inspiration. What topic do I discuss those artificial states?
That's the 6 killer mindsets.
The 6 killer mindsets, where we talk about how we Africans have got that thing in us, where we hate everything we are as Africans. That's why we paint our lips. That's why we have artificial hair. That's why we change our bodies. Now people are patching themselves us with bottoms and bums. Are you getting me? Yeah. That's one of the, because I move with him. So they have heard that and they have seen the examples. Are you getting me? Right? They have heard that even when you are a handsome young man like you should not use it for abusing sex. Are you getting me? Yes. Because a lot of handsome people, beautiful people, go on them, and some of them become even prostitutes because they say, I am beautiful, I am handsome, look at me. No, use your beauty and handsomeness to do wonderful things in life. And that's the job of the parents, to teach the child, and you young people to learn. If you got a beautiful body, use it for beautiful work. Don't use it for cheapness and so on and so forth. Yes.
I'm afraid our time is fast spent. You have to get out of here. But what is this? These are books you've written?
These are books which I've written, ladies and gentlemen. I've written books, and I would like to say during this holiday, and even as a permanent feature, ladies and gentlemen, you and me, not me, because for me I started reading books a long time. Ugandans and Africans, we don't read books. Why? Because we have not been taught. From our grandparents, they used to storytelling they had. Now we have no program of teaching ourselves and teaching our children. I write books so that I write books about how growing up I write books about how you go to secondary school and primary school and you learn as much as you can. How I write books about top secrets, how do you manage the education of your child, top secrets of educating your child, preparing for and enjoying retirement. I write books on self-engineering. I have written one book which is how did I engineer myself. In short, ladies and gentlemen, we have these books. We have the training program which I've told you, and I've done several training programs in Uganda. Ever since the 70s, I've been training people because we don't have enough programs to train our young people, to train even our adults. You tell me now, how many parents are being trained by any program now? I do parenting as part of the consultants of my work, learning how to parent. Okay, I've got to one topic which I cover, like parenting beyond love. Are you getting me? Parenting beyond love, because some people think when they pamper their children, they are doing parenting. Are you getting me? So, right. But people don't read. Please, I'm pleading with you, ladies and gentlemen, you read the books which can add new knowledge, new skills to yourself. Are you getting me?
I thank you so much, Mr. Fagil Mande. Thank you for spending time to be with us on the daybreak. Thank you as well, Mr. Nasser. May God continue guiding you so that you grow up into a very responsible, cities in this country. And thank you so much, our viewers who've come to the end of the show. The daybreak has come to an end. May the good Lord continue blessing you. Till we meet again. That is tomorrow, same time, same place here. God bless you. Till then, say goodbye from me and my team.
This is BTM. We transform.